Hey everybody, and welcome to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. Now then, this is not our normal racer. There's no replay to show you. This is actually live racing. It's a friends only one. We was going to do an open lobby, but there were so many of the Ultimate Racing League guys wanting to join, we've decided to just keep it as a friends only. But if you are a friend of the Ultimate Racing League or you are L. Osmond, then feel free to find the lobby and jump in, but it is only for friends, unfortunately. So sorry about that if you're all open to get in here, but as I say, it is a very popular thing that we do on a Friday. So for the guys that are racing the Ultimate Racing League guys, we're going to be doing some laps around the first 5 tracks of our new Sunday season, which incidentally starts this Sunday coming. So we've got about 6 leagues. We've got the Pro Split 1, Pro Split 2. Names are all changed now, a bit confusing, but hey ho. And then we've got the Pro Am Split 1, Pro Am. I think Pro Am is professional stroke amateur. Don't know which is which, but we've got Pro Am 1, Pro Am 2, and then we've got Amateur 1, Amateur 2. So still got the 6 leagues, they've just changed names. Now to get into those leagues, you had to do a time trial. You had to do 2 time trials, in fact. One around Spa and one at Watkins, and the combined times put together, and then it was an average of the 2, and that's what determined which league you went into. So obviously the quickest guys end up in the Pro leagues up at the top, Pro 1 and 2, then it goes to Pro Am 1 and 2, and so on. You get the picture. So we should be in for some pretty fantastic racing actually on Sundays. And I think some of the guys, I hope you can hear me all right. I've got my mic, I've had a new setup in here, and I'm sort of delicately balancing the microphone on the edge of the table. So if you hear, oh, Ruthless is in the chat. Hello mate, you all right? You can tell me if you can hear me okay. Like I said, I'm balancing this microphone on the edge of the table, and I'm just waiting for it to actually fall off, and you'll hear an almighty crash if I do that. And I did a replay during the week, and I kept punching the microphone with my hand, so if you hear a loud crash, it won't be me getting hurt, it'll just be me knocking something flying, so apologies for that. So let's have a look. Yeah, Ruthless is saying he can hear. That's great, thank you very much for that, John. Appreciate the feedback there. Right, let's just have a quick look, shall we? See who we've got in the lobby then so far. We've got Osman, of course, he's the host. Then we've got Wayne G, Fitzy's in as well, Panic at the Tesco, look at all those A's. We have got Foxy OK, I don't know Foxy, so looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's obviously a very quick guy up there with an A rating. Then we've got Grasshopper, we've got Willard in, Enzo, Jack, Niggle, Nath. Oh, wow, this is going to be a tight lobby. This is some fast guys in here. Now Laguna Seca over in America is going to be one of well, it's the first race actually of the season. I'm going to get my track map out. Oh, I ought to get them all out actually, haven't I? Then I know exactly where we are. But yeah, Laguna Seca is going to be the first one. Not one of my favourites, I must admit. In fact, it's some bloody awful around Laguna, so don't expect anything great from me on Sundays, especially having seen some of the times that these guys are posting. And we'll have a look and see what well, we might pick up a few tips actually. Now my phone's bleeping and I was waiting for another message, so apologies while I just do that. It's a good message, but it's not the one I was waiting for. So let's have a look, shall we, and see who we've got out there. Let's just get some details up, and we can see who we've got, and we can see what sort of times we're looking at, and see Panic at the Tesco at the minute with a 1:22. Wow. Rufus said he may join the racing once you've had something to eat, so watching this on the TV at the moment. Well, it's good to have you with us, John. John, of course, has got his own YouTube channel and does some fantastic comms on the Sunday leagues. So go and check that out. It's Rufus over on YouTube. He will be doing some replays for the upcoming season. So if you've not already, get over there, get subscribed, and get watching his videos. I'm not sure which one you're doing, John, if you're still watching. I can't remember which league you're doing. But John will be covering some of the racing on Sunday. So there we go, Panic at the Tesco's in. Then we've got Enzo Jack just testing out the gravel. There is Enzo Jack, he's just trying it out, see what it's like for side. Oh, it's Ruthless. Oh, it's actually his PSM name now as well. So every day's a school day. So Fitzy's out there. What's Fitzy doing? He's doing a 122. Blimey, I am so far off the pace. Wayne G, I'm expecting him to be in there. Oh, and yeah, Rufus is doing the AM Amateur Split 1. So there you go. If you want to see what's happening in the Amateur Split 1 League, then head over to Ruthless on YouTube and check that out. Grasshopper is in there as well. He's 110. No, that'd be about lap, won't it? Not really recorded a lap yet as Grasshopper, but he's out there. I'm just going to stay with these guys as they are then, because I keep missing the start of these races. Nath is out there in the familiar BMW, that Napa one. Is that the only car you've got, Nath? I don't think I've seen you in anything other than that BMW M6 with the Napa livery. I'm sure he's not got another car. Osman is out there in, wow, well, we're not going to miss Osman, are we? Now I'm actually looking after the Pro Split 1 guys this for the upcoming season on a Sunday, and Osman's in there, and wow, I better bring my sunglasses with me. Peter's joined as well, sitting in the pits. So oh, Panic at the Tesco, he's decided he's going to test out the gravel as well, just after that nasty turn 7. Absolutely hate that. It's the one with the little sausage cut. No, it's not. It's the corkscrew that caught Panic out. It's the one before that that I don't like. We'll just follow Grasshopper through, shall we? And I'll show you the one I don't actually like. It is just about to come up now on the left-hand side. This turn here is absolutely awful for me. I either end up over there on the kitty litter out on the right on the sand, or I catch that sausage curve and get spun round. So again, I'm hoping to pick up a few tips from some of these guys. My phone is absolutely bleeping like mad. Oh, it's my fault. Yeah, I'm supposed to let Craig know it's ready to go. So let me just let him know. You are. So there we go. I've just given Osman the go ahead to get these races started. I think he's bleeping me back. Yeah, my phone will keep bleeping. So yeah, we're about ready to go then. So what we got? Let's have a look, see how many we've got in there. Now we've got 12 in there now. I think Paul has just joined as well, actually. Paul, I was hoping Paul could join me on, unless he's doing his own. I'm not sure if Paul's doing his own. He might be doing his own. I'm not sure what's happening. No, he's racing. He was going to join me for the comms, but he's not been feeling very well. And there was a bit of confusion at the start. And I was saying, hello to you, sir. Yes, we can get going, my friend. So yeah, Paul is going to be racing instead. He's going to be able to practice around some of these laps as well. Paul's in the same league as me as well, so I should be watching him very, very closely. Just to pick up some tips. There's a few in there that I thought I've seen Nigel in there as well. Yeah, Nigel's in there as well. He's in my league as well. Very quick driver, another one. I'm going to get absolutely hammered, I think, on Sunday. But you never know. Hoping to pick up some tips from these guys. So I'm just going to stay watching them so that when we do get the go, then I'm not going to miss it then, am I? Because usually I'm waffling away and I do end up missing the start of the race. So we've got Panic up there in all black in the Lambo. I think most of them are in the Lambo actually, aren't they? It's all Lamborghini night tonight. Oh no, we're not. We've got a Merc. We've got the AMG. That's Foxy OK. I'm just going to call him Foxy. I hope that's OK. I'm saying him. Could be a her. Fantastic looking car as well. But that's Foxy. Phaser. What's Phaser in? He's in the pits. That's what Phaser's in. Have a look. See if... oh no, we've got another BMW out there. That is Grasshopper. So Nath and Grasshopper both in the BMW. Enzo Jack in the Lamborghini, Wayne in the Lambo as well. What else have we got out here? Pete is in the Porsche. I'm going to sneeze, so excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, we've got Pete in the Porsche. Paul he's in the Lambo as well. Of course he is. He's in the same league as me. I'm trying to make as many excuses as I can now, so that when people do watch me on a Sunday, they will know that the reasons behind why I'm so poor. I don't like the Lambo. I don't like the track. I've got a new setup, a new rig and everything, so I'm just getting used to that. Is there any more excuses? I can't think of any more excuses. I don't feel too chipper either, so that'll be another one. Phone's still going, and that's Nate probably telling me why he's oh no, Nate he's just about to join. That's what that's all about. Let's have a look. Panic at the Tesco. Well, he's parked himself up there. Not the best place to park, is it? Just after turn 11. So Laguna Seca then, over in California in America. 2.3 miles, 11 turns ahead of us, 12 if you count the turn between turn 6 and 7. 6 and 7. 6 is, if you look at the map at the top right hand corner, if you look at the bottom right hand corner, that is turn 6, and then on the track map I've got turn 7 is the start of the corkscrew. However, there is a little kink in the road with that horrible sausage curb. Now, some of them will count that turn, others don't. But as I say, 11 to 12 turns, 2.3 miles. Now then, the corkscrew, the elevation change on the corkscrew from top to bottom is 55 metres. That's one hell of a drop, isn't it? And I tell you what, let's go on board and see it from a driver's point of view. As Panic at the Tesco takes us up towards the corkscrew, you can see it's practically blind hill, and then all of a sudden we're just going to drop whoa down the other side, and it doesn't look that big, does it? Believe me, it is when you're trying to drive it and keep the car all nice and straight as well. So we shall see. It's all going to be fun and games. It's a pretty technical track, this one, to be fair. There are, as you can see, there's no barriers really to keep you on the track. If you go off, take your bucket and spade with you, because it is just sand everywhere. Now I do believe that Laguna Seca, I think it's Italian for lake or something like that. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I did have that information. I'm pretty sure it's Italian for lake. This used to be a lake area, I am led to believe, and you can still see a little bit of water there at the top of the screen, and they sort of drained a lot of it and built this track on it. So there you go, very useless information for you for Laguna Seca or Laguna Seca, or it depends what part of the country you're from as to how you pronounce it. So how many have we got now then? We're just waiting for the start of this race. We've got 14 now ready to go. We're just waiting for another couple then. So Willard Osman in the pits. We've got Method's decided to join us all the way from America. Method been with us about a year now, maybe a little bit more actually, because time really does fly. Very quick driver as well, is Method. So he's decided to come along. I don't know what time it is where Method is, but I bet it's not 7:15 on Friday night. Well, it might be 7:15, it might be in the morning though. Fitzy, still got Foxy OK in there. We have got Niggle still in there. Paul has joined now, as we mentioned earlier. Nath in the BMW, then Wayne G, Grasshopper, and Panic at the Tesco. So, and Phaser's joined as well. Always good to see Phaser on track. Let's have a look and see what car Phaser is going to be in. I can already see it quite bright. There's a bit of pink and a bit of green there. We're not really going to see until we get out of the pit lane, if he gets out. So I bet Osman is itching to hit that start button and get these races underway. Oh yeah, look how bright that is. Wow. Phaser does not disappoint, does he? You are not going to you are not going to miss that, are you? The URL endurance. I can't even say it. Endurance team. Wow, there are some colours on that. So well done to you, Phaser. You get the shiniest, most colourful car. So there we go then. We're ready to go. So Panic at the Tesco is in pole position. Then we've got Enzo Jack, Grasshopper, Sid the Sloth, Wayne G in 5th, Nath, Paul, Niggle, Osman, Fitzy, Willard in 11th, Pete 12th, Method, Foxy OK is 14th, and Phaser is 15th. So 5 lights on, let's get them lights out, and we will go racing for the first race of 10 laps. He's decided to go with 10 laps then for this first race as they head down towards turn, it's turn 2. They've already gone through turn 1. Oh, and somebody's already gone now. It looks like Nathan's took a bit of a spill. So Nathan, the BMW, has gone already. It is Sid the Sloth that's in front. Come on, Sid, in that Jaguar. He is in the Jaguar that we used on a Wednesday season a couple of seasons ago. Now Enzo Jack has managed to take up the lead. Sid the Sloth just behind him in second, but a half a second penalty. Wayne G has moved up now into second. No, he's not picked up I thought he picked up a penalty. He's not. It is Sid that has picked up the penalty. Then we've got Grasshopper. He's just managed to get by Sid. As they go around turn 6 then, up the hill, let's get some display all options, and let's get rid of that bit there so we can see where we all are. Oh, we've got a spinner. Somebody else has spun as well. It is all kicking off. Who's gone this time? Let's have a look. It's Enzo Jack. He was leading, wasn't he? Enzo's gone. Phaser's gone. Now then, is this going to be a safety car? Can Phaser get that car going again? He might be concussed. Has anybody called the ambulance? Let's get somebody over there to help him. Not stand there watching. Let's get, well, we're not going to keep his sorrow going any longer. Let's have a look and see what's happening up at the front as Wadey G takes over the lead of this race around turn 11. This very tight left-hander back onto the straight. 325 metres now down towards turn 1. And it's hardly a turn, is it? Just a kink in the road. That's the one they ought to not count. But Wadey G in the lead then, down towards Andretti hairpin. And he's got Grasshopper chasing him down. Grasshopper in the BMW M6. Pete just behind him in the Porsche. Then we've got Willard in another Porsche in 4th. Foxy OK, he's managed to make his way all the way up into 5th. He started at the back of the grid, didn't he? So he's managed to avoid all the chaos and has made his way up into 5th. Then he's got Panic at the Tesco in that black and gold Lamborghini chasing him down. It is going to be the Lambo against the AMG Power then as they go up the hill. Panic at the Tesco trying to get into the slipstream. In fact, let's jump on board with Panic. I can't even get my words out now. So through, well, we're going to not even count it as a turn because the track map I've got doesn't. So up towards turn 7 then at the corkscrew as we hit the corkscrew for the second time. A quick look behind us and we've got Paul looming large in the mirror. So Panic at the Tesco, although he's trying to get past Foxy OK, being very careful, aren't they? He has definitely got Paul chasing him down as they go into turn 10, the right-hander, then up towards turn 11. Another quick look. Paul must be at the side. There he is. Let's get out of here so we can see what's happening as they both come around the final turn. Oh, a little touch on the back of Panic at the Tesco there from Paul. But they are both still racing and both still facing the right way, which is the main thing. I think Paul just backed off there to let Panic have P6 back. Fitzy is in 8th. He's now decided to join this party in the Lamborghini as well. So it is a three-way battle for P6 now with Panic at the Tesco currently holding on to it, but Fitzy and Paul definitely want to get involved in this. Osman, wow, well there he is. How could we not see Osman currently holding on to P9? And is there a bit of a gap? I think there is. He's just under 8 seconds away for 8 seconds? 2 seconds away from Osman. Where did I get 8 seconds from? So he's 9 seconds off the lead, is Osman. That's probably what it was. Nigel in 10th. Desperately trying to catch up to the back of Osman. Used a bit of slipstreaming. Up the hill they go towards the corkscrew then for the third time. Nigel in that bright green and blue Lamborghini. Huracan, is that how you say it? The Huracan GR3. Enzo Jack in 11th after his spill. Oh, we've got another yellow flag and it's Paul that's took a spin. Now then, I did see something about a tyre change, so I think it's soft and mediums have to be used in these races. So yeah, it does look like softs and mediums as we just saw somebody was in the pits. Let's see who it was now. It may have been, no, it wasn't Phaser, I don't think it was. No, I don't know, I'm not even going to try and work it out. But Wayne G out in front, he's on the soft tyres. Then we've got Pete in the Porsche, also on soft tyres. Foxy OK on the soft. So the three guys are currently holding on to podium positions, all on soft tyres, but they will have to make a pit stop. Fitzy in 4th. He's on the soft, so is Panic at the Tesco, and is Willard? Yes, he is. Oh, as Panic pulls up there, Panic seemed to pull up a bit sharpish, didn't he? Just to let Willard through. Now, I'm not sure what that was all about, but has Panic got an issue? He's let Willard through as well, so Panic now down to 6th. Then we've got Osman in 7th. We'll go on board with Osman in the Lamborghini then, as we just hit that corkscrew and try and get the power down. Niggle just sitting there just behind, trying to stay out of trouble, I think, is Niggle. He's oh, I say he's trying to stay out of trouble. He's dicing with death there, isn't he? Just getting his back wheels onto the sand as Osman now dives into the pits. Enzo Jack, let's have a look where he is. He's in 9th. Who else has come into the pits? I think Niggle stayed out. He did. So Niggle stayed out. Oh, bloody annoying, that thing in the middle, isn't it? Niggle on the softs. He's got a lot of life left in them tyres. He's managed to hold on to them, hasn't he? Quite well. We are on lap 5 of 10, so Niggle probably thinking about a pit stop in the next couple of laps. Enzo Jack in 6th on the mediums. Then we've got Method. Now has he changed? No, he's not. He's still on the soft tyres that he started with. Nath on the mediums. Pete's just coming out of the pit, so he's put a fresh set of mediums on. Grasshopper has got a fresh set of soft tyres, so he must have started on the mediums. Grasshopper, I didn't really look, did I? But Grasshopper in 10th, and you can see now he's almost side by side with Pete as Pete comes out of the pit lane, and Grasshopper just manages, oh does he? Yes he does, he just manages to get his nose in front of them. Oh, as Pete's took a big old spill and a big kiss with Barry R there for his trouble. Now down in 11, that was cold medium tyres, and Willard, well, great driving there from Willard to avoid smacking into the back of Pete, as we see our race leader is into the pit. So Wayne G is into the pit to get a fresh set of boots. Fitzy is in as well, as is Panic at the Tesco. So Niggle, is he going to come in? Yes he is. Enzo Jack, they're all coming in. They are all coming into the pits. I presume Method's going to come in as well. He's not pitted yet. Nath as on the mediums, has he pitted? I don't think he has, so maybe a quick splash of fuel and a change of tyres for these guys as well. Let's have a look. Has Method coming in? Yes he is. Nath is following Method in, so all the top guys are in. Grasshopper has already made his stop as he goes around turn 10 up towards turn 11. Some of the guys are still in the pit. Wayne G has started to take on board some fuel, so I'm gonna hedge my bets here and say that Wayne is gonna come out ahead of Grasshopper as Grasshopper starts to leapfrog a few of them and moves up into 4th now. Wayne G making his way out the pits. I'm just going to keep an eye on that map on the right hand side, and I think Wayne G, like I said, is going to get out ahead of Grasshopper, but Grasshopper now moves up into 3rd. Foxy OK is actually out in the lead at the minute, but he's not made a pit stop yet. I wonder if anybody's told him, but he's going to have to come in anyway, because that front tyre is about ready to go on him. So Foxy, I would imagine he's going to come in at the end of this lap. Wayne G then can carry on and resume the lead of this race. He's got Grasshopper looming large behind him, really. Grasshopper has already made his stop and he's on the soft tyres. Wayne on a fresh set of mediums, so this is going to be an interesting run into the last couple of laps as Grasshopper starts to put the hammer down. Let's have a look, shall we, at the fastest lap. It is Enzo Jack with a 1:22.9. Wow, I am so far off the pace of this, guys. It is scary. Osman in 4th now. He's made his way up into 4th after the pit stops. Fitzy in 5th. Is it a fuel situation? I think Osman didn't take as much fuel on, did he? He's just got half a tank. But we have 3 laps to go after this one. Fitzy in 5th then. A bit of a gap then back to Niggle. Not a massive gap, but a bit of a gap. But Niggle's got other things to worry about. He's got Panic at the Tesco and Willard both chasing him down. Let's go. Shall we jump on board with Niggle? Yeah, let's have a look and we'll go on board with Niggle. So through turn 1 then we go. In fact, let's do a lap with Niggle. We'll do the entire lap. Into turn 2 at the Andretti hairpin. It is this double apex left-hander. Up towards turn 3, trying to get the car as far over to the left as possible to make this right-hander as wide as you can, and Niggle using every inch of the track. In fact, there's a little bit he used there that he shouldn't have done, but he got away with it. Through turn 4, the right-hander, then we foot to the floor all the way through to turn 5 a left-hander. Oh, he opened the door to Panic, but Panic overshot it, couldn't quite get that Lamborghini slowed down, and Niggle carries on in 6th position as they come up towards the kink in the road, avoiding that sausage curve. Another quick look behind us, and Panic at the Tesco is still there on our tail, up the hill towards the corkscrew at turns 7 and 8. That is such a tricky turn to keep the car facing the right way, but both these guys have done it. Niggle then through to turn 9, down the hill into the right-hander of turn 10. Another quick look behind us, and Panic is still there, up towards turn 11, into the braking zone. Get this Lamborghini slowed down as much as possible around that tight left-hander, and then back on the power and head for the start-finish line to start lap 8. So that was Niggle then taking us around, so thank you very much to Niggle for that. He's just done a 1:24.8 was his previous lap, I think it was. So Panic at the Tesco really putting the pressure on Niggle, but Niggle coping with it well. I've raced Niggle many times, and he is a tough cookie, especially to overtake. He just won't give you an inch. Willard in 8th, still hanging in there. Then we've got Paul in 9th. He's now out on a set of medium tyres, and let's have a look. Well, he's a big old gap, isn't it? 7.8 seconds behind Willard, so Paul just going to try and hold on to 9th, I think. Pete in 10th, then a good few seconds, well, 12 seconds behind Paul. He's got Nath for company. Nath really putting the pressure on there. Then we've got Method in 12th, Enzo Jack in 13th. Then we've got Phaser and Sid the Sloth after that fantastic start of Sid's, as he just gets the blue flag being waved as Wayne goes off and Nath is into the pit. So Wayne out in front, but he has got Grasshopper chasing him now. Then Grasshopper is within the slipstream. I always thought it was about 8/10, but I've been told it's about 1.2 seconds or something. So if you are within 1.2 seconds of the car in front, you can pick up the slipstream. Not that there is a lot of places to slipstream on this track, but Wayne G and Grasshopper now opening up quite a gap. There is nearly 5.5 seconds between Grasshopper and Osman, but Osman occupying the 3rd step of the podium at the minute. He's got Fitzy for company. I think these two know each other very well, raced many times over the years, and this could be a good battle for a podium position. I think the front two have pretty much got this sewn up if they can stay facing the right way. Fantastic, flawless running from Wayne. Well, I say flawless, he's picked up half a second penalty, but it's not really going to affect anything, is it? Because when he serves that penalty, I don't think Grasshopper is going to be close enough to capitalise on it. We'll see. We'll stay with. Who should we stay with, Wayne G or Grasshopper? Well, I keep dropping my map if you're wondering what all this noise is. Grasshopper is not. He's not close enough, is he? He's 3.6 seconds away. So Wayne G will serve his penalty, and he will continue on as leader of this race. We've got Phaser just separating the two of them at the minute. So Wayne G serves his penalty, back up to full pace again now then as he starts his final lap down the hill towards the Andretti hairpin. Then for the 10th time we've got Grasshopper in 2nd, Osman in 3rd. He is catching up though, just over 2 seconds away, but look, he's got Fitzy all over the back of him and not giving him a minute. Fitzy desperately looking for a podium finish, isn't he, as these two battle away, both in the Lamborghinis. And Fitzy, yeah, he's not prepared to just let Osman have that podium, is he? This is going to be a fight to the finish. A quick look down the grid as we've got Foxy OK in 5th. He's got Niggle behind him just in 6th. Then we've got Willard. He's carrying a penalty. Paul in 8th. Then Panic. Nath. Pete in 11th. Then Method, Enzo, Phaser and Sid. So back up to the top. And Wayne G is going to be our race winner. He's got through the corkscrew okay. Let's just have a look, see what's happening with Osman and Fitzy. They are still fighting away. Osman has got the fuel light flashing. Grasshopper has got the fuel light flashing. In fact, they've all got the fuel light flashing as we follow Wayne G into turn 11, the final turn of the race, and heading towards the checkered flag. Well done to Wayne G. Fantastic result for him, and across the line he goes. Grasshopper finishes in 2nd with Osman getting that 3rd podium spot ahead of Fitzy. Well, ahead of Fitzy, definitely, but it was Foxy OK that's gone through. Niggle in 5th, Fitzy, well, I think he's just pushed too hard, hasn't he? He's had a bit of a moment and finished 6th. Willard across the line in 7th, with Paul coming in 8th. Panic at the Tesco in 9th. Showed a lot of promise early on, didn't he? But it didn't quite come off for him, so Panic at the Tesco now finishing in 9th, with Nath across the line in the BMW in 10th, Pete in 11th, Method 12th, and Enzo Jack 13th, with Phaser finishing in 14th. Enzo Jack a long way down, so he really does not like this track, does he? And he'll be glad to see the back of this one, I am sure. So I can't quite remember where we're going next. So if you hear a lot of rustling of papers, I apologise, it's just me trying to find the map for the track. So we're just following Enzo Jack through to the finish line. So fantastic racing to open this lobby up, and oh, there we go, Sid as well. Sid, sorry Sid, I forgot all about Sid. He's just coming around the final turn now, and he will finish in 11th. So a quick look at the result then. We have got Wayne G, then Grasshopper, Osman, they make up the podium. Then we've got Foxy in 4th, Niggle 5th, Fitzy 6th, Willard finished in 7th, Paul in 8th, Panic 9th, Nath 10th, then Pete in 11th, Method finished 12th, with Enzo Jack 13th, Phaser 14th, and Sid in 15th. So great racing for an opener. So where are we off to next? I can't remember the track list. I've got it somewhere, but we've got it somewhere. It'll pop up in a minute. I suppose I could have a look, couldn't I? I could try and have a look anyway. So I think Osman is just getting a bit of information. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. It's going to pop up in a minute anyway, isn't it? So we are not panicking too much. We will find out in due course. That's if he's doing it in order, and the order will tell me then it's going to be Brands Hatch. And it is Brands Hatch. We are down in, where are we down? We're down in Kent for Brands Hatch. There we go. I shall retrieve my track map for Brands Hatch. Safely retrieved. I took a lot of advice and I actually put them in alphabetical order. Thank you, Paul, for telling me to do that. So let's have a look at the old spectate, shall we? Good evening, Phaser. Phaser saying hello. Good evening to you, sir. Good opening race. A very brightly coloured car as well. Now, Brands Hatch don't mind this track too much. I know I normally say I hate every track. Oh, my phone's ringing now. So I normally say I hate all tracks. It's just an excuse when I don't win. But Brands Hatch not too bad actually. Brands Hatch 3.9 miles, 9 turns on it. Referred to as Grand Snatch. Hope I can say that while I'm live on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I can. Again, another pretty technical track actually, especially for these GR3s or Group 3 cars. They are very quick, big lumps to try and get around this very tight track. Used for the BTCC, obviously. So we'll see how these guys fare on here. So let's get some information up, and then we can have a look see who's in, shall we? We have Nath, we have Fitzy, Willard, Panic, Wayne G, Method, Paul, Sid, Phaser, Enzo Jack, Pete, Grasshopper, Niggle. So far we have 13 on the grid. Osman should be there somewhere, as he's the host. So let's get a look at some of these cars, shall we? Let's have a look at Paul's Lamborghini in the Aprilia. Is Aprilia, that's a motorbike, isn't it? I do believe it's a motorbike. All black with a splash of red. Who doesn't love that kind of combination? Can't quite see what's on the back. But there's Paul in the black Lamborghini. Wayne G. Now then, I did see something about what livery that is, but it's a fantastic livery, isn't it? He doesn't want us to look at it. Nath in the familiar Napa BMW. As I said in race 1, I think that's the only car he's actually got. I don't think he's actually got any other cars. I've only ever seen him in that one. Fitzy in a Lambo in the Huracan. In the black and white. Now then, what's that? What kind of livery is that? NSA League. Well, to me, I am sorry, Mr. Fitzy, but I'm sure it means something to somebody. Nice looking car, nevertheless. Now then, Willard in a Porsche. And looking very good as well. So I'm guessing that the league that Willard is in, he's using the Porsche. Panic in a Lambo. And of course, why would he not have the Tesco logo written all down the side of it? Very nice looking car. We'll Panic at the Tesco. Method in, well, that's a great livery. Actually, I really like that, actually. The liquid moly, is that chrome or white? It looks a bit chrome in places. But that's Method. Yeah, very nice looking car for Method. Then we've got Phaser. Well, I hope that he doesn't pull up behind Osman, because you will definitely need your sunglasses when these two are on track. What a fantastic looking car. I think he's used just about every colour he can think of in that one. And when the sun catches it, I think that's his tactics actually. It's just to blind everybody. But Phaser there in a BMW. Enzo Jack in another Lamborghini. Is that the Ferrari livery? It does look very Ferrari-ish, doesn't it, if it's not the actual livery, and he's got something on the back I can't quite see. Then we've got, we have Willard, Method. We've looked at everybody now, have we? Pete? Oh no, we've not seen Pete, have we, in the Porsche? Crash Test Dumpy, that's looking cool, actually. Reminds me a bit of the old Scooby-Doo wagon. What's it called? Can't remember what it's called now. The Mystery Machine, is it? I know that's a van and this is a Porsche, but it's just similar sort of colouring, isn't it? Who else have we got out here? Nigel in a green and blue Lamborghini with the URL decals all over it, looking very nice. And there you go. If you don't know who he is, it's written all over the bonnet. That Lambo, so looking good for Nigel. And I think that's about it. Wayne G just pulling over for his afternoon nap. Then we've got Foxy OK. Just coming out onto track in the AMG. Another fantastic livery there. Some work gone into some of these cars, isn't there? So, Pam, there you go, his name must be Pam. So, yeah, looking good for Foxy OK. Oh, well, there we go, we are about ready to start. So, let's get the right camera. So, we've got Fitzy, then we've got Nath, we've got Willard on third, then fourth is Phaser, Enzo Jack, Pete, Nigel, Panic, Method 9th, Osman, Wayne G 11th, Foxy OK 12th, Grasshopper, Paul, and then Sid the Sloth. I think actually the first three of race 1 are now going to be finishing at the back, or something like that anyway. And we are away, and it looked a great start there for, I think it was Fitzy actually got a brilliant start, or Method, I think yes, it was Method, sorry, I knew it was a black and white one. It was Method, a brilliant start, and has jumped up into 10th as Fitzy now takes us through, I forget where we are now, Druid, of course it is. He takes us through Druid, so it's Fitzy leading Nathan in the BMW, being followed by another BMW in the shape of Phaser. Then we've got Willard in a Porsche in 4th, Panic at the Tesco, then Pete, Wayne G just behind him in the Lambo. There was a stream of Lambos then. It is Enzo Jack. We have got Foxy in the AMG in amongst all those Lamborghinis. Paul, Osman, Nigel, Method, Grasshopper, and then Sid down at the back. Sid's already had a bit of an accident in that Jaguar, and he's now down at the back of the grid. But out in the front and leading the way is Fitzy. Oh, he really pushes the track limit as we go through Westfield, I think it's Westfield, I can't read my own writing, I haven't got my glasses on, I need to put my glasses on. And then up through Sterling's at turn 8, it is still Fitzy out in front from Nath. Bit of a gap opening up between those two. Panic at the Tesco just under, well, he's back 2 seconds away, so he's letting those two guys get away, but then again he has got Willard bearing down on him as they come across the line to start lap 2 here at Brands Hatch. And it is Willard really putting the pressure on Panic at the Tesco as we hit turn 1 at Paddock Hill Bend. This one you've got to be careful, otherwise you're going to end up out there on the sand. But looks like everybody's made it through. Fazer down there in 13th and Niggle in 14th. That's not like him to be down there. With Sid in 15th and going very slowly as Sid. So has he had another issue? Hopefully it's something that can be sorted. As Fitzy and Nath both start to break away now as they come up through turn 4 at Surtees. Onto the straight then, foot planted firmly on that noisy pedal all the way down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorne Hill and Hawthorne Bend, this right-hander at turn 5. Then on to the Derek Minter straight, and it is still Fitzy and Nath with Panic at the Tesco in 3rd, Willard for company. Who are we going to go on board with? Shall I go on board with Willard, shall we? As he gets a little bit squirrely there as we exit and come on to Dingledale. Then into turn 7 at Sheen Curve, into Sterling's. Panic at the Tesco with just under a second in front of us, so we are still in the slipstream. A quick look behind us and there's quite a gap there now, nearly 3 second gap back to Paul, but it is Paul has now moved up into 5th. And Willard trying his best to keep up with Panic, but Panic has opened up a little bit more of a gap now then as they came around those final turns. So Willard, he's going to have to be careful. He doesn't want to allow Paul to get any closer to him, but he's desperately trying to keep up with Panic at the Tesco as we go into Druids. Then start on down the hill to Graham Hill Bend at turn 3. Another quick look behind as you can see the rest of the pack starting to catch up. Let's go back and see what's happening then as Paul in 5th is just bringing this little group of cars along with him. He has got a little bit of a gap, about a 1.5 second gap. Although that's just been reduced by Pete, so Pete is pushing hard now, reducing that gap to Paul in 5th. Then we've got Osman in 7th. It's not like Osman to be down there, is it, in amongst the middle of the pack? He wants to get up there at the front where Fitzy and Nath are, but at the minute he's in 7th. He has got Method chasing him down in 8th, then Enzo Jack in 9th, Wayne G in 10th. Grasshopper in the BMW, a very shiny BMW as well with the sun on it. It's definitely going to blind a few people, isn't it? Should be very used to the BMW. Should go, oh, who's that that's gone? I think it's Fazer. Fazer has decided to do some pirouetting middle of the track. I mean, it looks fantastic, Fazer, and I'll give you an 8.9 for the effort there, but it doesn't help you racing. I think somebody needs to tell him. It looks fantastic, the crowd love it. Fazer's had enough now of those tyres. He said, look, just get me some new ones. So into the pits goes Fazer. Wayne G also into the pits. So we're going to start seeing a few people coming in now. We've got a 10-lap race. I think that's a bit early, isn't it? Lap 3 to come in and get rid of your soft tyres, but they know better than I do. They're out there racing. So it is now Nath that has took the lead. So Fitzy, where's Fitzy gone? He must have had a bit of an issue. Sorry we missed that one. But Fitzy now down to 3rd with Panic at the Tesco in 2nd. And Nath is leading the way and looking good actually at the minute. Panic at the Tesco's got the fastest lap, 1:25. But Nath, as he comes down towards Westfield Bend at turn 6, looking comfortable at the minute. So the BMW is leading these Lamborghini Huracans. Panic in 2nd, Fitzy in 3rd with 12th. I think Fitzy's obviously had an issue, hasn't he, and lost those couple of places. And we just see in the background we've got Willard in the Porsche pushing hard as he goes up through Sterling's onto Clearways, and then we're staring at Clark Curve, which is the final turn before getting onto Brabham Straight and across that start finish line to start lap 5. And it is Willard decided to come into the pits then before we get to that start finish line. So Paul now moves up into 4th. He's on the medium tyres, is Paul, so he's decided to go to the harder compound for the first stint. And actually having a good race is Paul. If if he can just go a little bit further, I think, on those mediums. Maybe do the last, I don't know, what do you reckon? Should we go for the last four laps on softs? We did see Wayne G come in after lap 3, but that most unlike him. We've got Niggle in 7th. Now Grasshopper, he's dropped down to 6th, with Method in 5th, and then we've got, as I say, Niggle in 7th. Tyres looking not too well, actually. The left front and left rear are looking a bit sorry for themselves. This being a clockwise track, the outside tyres, the left tyres are going to take more of a beating. So that's why that looks like that on Niggle's car. Then we've got Foxy looking after his tyres a little bit better. He's on the mediums though, and he's currently in 8th with Willard in 9th. He's made his pit stop, hasn't he? That's why Willard's down in 9th. I do apologise. Yeah, Willard out now with a fresh set of medium tyres on and a splash of fuel to take him to the end of the race. Pete's also out on a fresh set of mediums. Osman out on a fresh set of softs. So let's just see if Osman can start putting some laps in now as he eyes up Pete in front of him. A bit of a wobble there from the rear end of Pete's Porsche, but Osman just looking for a good exit. He's probably thinking about where he's going to make his move now. Is he going to try and do it before they get to turn 1? So as we get onto Brabham Straight, we've just come out of Clark Curve. Yeah, this is where Osman really needs to try and get in front of Pete before they get to Paddock Hill Bend. But if he can't, then he's going to have to wait. Otherwise, one of them's going to end up over there in the kitty litter on the left-hand side. Oh, a bit of a, I'm not sure if that's lag kicking in for Pete's car. I'm not quite sure. Up the hill towards Druids then, as Osman really starts to put the pressure on Pete. We can see we've got Panic at the Tesco just in front of us in P8, and Osman just having to bide his time. He just cannot find a gap at the minute, can he, to get by Pete? Or maybe he's just conserving fuel. He doesn't need to, he's got plenty of fuel. Now can he get up the inside as they go through turn 4 at Surtees? And that's what he was looking for. Osman was just looking for that gap that Pete was going to leave him, and Osman on the better compound tyres has slipped on through to 9th now, and now he can concentrate on the back of Panic. So let's have a look, see what Panic is on the medium tyres. So Osman again, he's got an advantage as far as tyres goes as he creeps up to the back of Panic at the Tesco. So Osman's starting to work his way through the pack as the front runners come in. So Fitzy is in, Paul is in now for a change of tyres. One going on to the softs, one going on to the mediums. Grasshopper has decided to stay out. He's going to do one more lap on those softs, although they are looking very sorry for themselves, aren't they? He just wants to have a go at leading this race, and Grasshopper is doing that. He is out in front now by a good about 9 seconds, but that lead will disappear. Foxy is staying out as well. Now let's just have a look. It's going to be Fitzy, I think. Fitzy, who was leading very early on, wasn't he? We didn't see it, but he obviously had an issue which drops him down to 3rd. He's currently sitting in 3rd, 11 seconds behind Grasshopper. But Grasshopper and Foxy both have got to make their stops, whereas Fitzy and Nath have made theirs. So Fitzy should be taking over the lead of this race again if he can stay in front of Nath. Nath had a brilliant opener, didn't he? Stopped with Fitzy, then he managed to get himself in the lead, but the pit stops caught him out. Have a look, is there a fuel difference? No, it's not that he stayed on taking more fuel or something, so not quite sure what happened there, but Nath has ended up behind Fitzy again, but he's now starting to attack as he has a look as they come through Sheen Curve at turn 7, and Nath having a proper good sniff around the rear end of Fitzy's Lamborghini, isn't he? Coming up towards Clark Curve at turn 9 then for the 7th time. Nath looking for a good exit as the race leader Grasshopper comes in, so Fitzy should be taking over the lead of this race as he does. So Fitzy goes into the lead, but Nath is having a look at the inside as they get towards Paddock Hill Bend, and it is Nath on the inside on Fitzy. Fitzy goes very wide to try and avoid contact, but they are still side by side as they go into Druids. It is Nath who has just got his nose in front. Fantastic move from Nath, and there is not a lot that Fitzy could do about that. Some brilliant racing on the medium tyres as well. So maybe that BMW has just got a few more beans than the Lamborghini, but brilliant stuff from these two guys. Fitzy on the mediums as well. I thought he was on the soft, so my mistake. But fantastic stuff between these two as Nath takes over the lead on lap 8. Fitzy drops into second, but he's going to stay with him and try and put a bit of pressure on. So let's just see if Nath can pull away. I mean, if he can, then it just shows you that the BMW is just a bit quicker in a straight line. Willard in the Porsche having a fantastic race and currently holding on to P3, so a sip of champagne is waiting for him if he can hold on to that position, although we've got Osman chasing him down. Now let's have a look and see what the fastest lap is. It is a 1:25.1 and that was clocked up by Panic at the Tesco, who is currently sitting in 6th as Osman comes with an attack from Paul as they come into turn 9 at Clark Curve for the 8th time. On to Brabham Straight then. Paul getting into the slipstream of Osman and trying to put him under a bit of pressure before they get to Paddock Hill Bend at turn 1. Now then, is Paul going to have a look up the inside and do exactly what Nath did to Fitzy? He has. What a great move now, and can he get it slowed down and keep it on track? Yes, he can. Up the hill towards Druids. And we've got Willard just ahead. Paul on a charge. He is on the soft tyres. But then again, so is Osman. Although Paul's tyres do look a little bit fresher, and he's got the fastest lap as well, Paul, a 1:24.4. Knows this track like the back of the hand, back of his hand. In fact, I think his garden backs onto it. He's that close. So it is no surprise that he's working his way through the grid and he's picked up the fastest lap. So brilliant stuff from Paul, and now he is focused on the back of Willard with about a lap and a half to go. It is Nath leading this race at the minute, but not by much. He has got Fitzy bearing down on him, well, less than 0.2 of a second. He is pushing him up. Fitzy's pushing Nath along. Oh, and Fitzy goes a bit wide, kicks up a bit of dirt. That's cost him a 10th. Paul in third, he's coming under attack from Willard. Willard's decided to have Sid's decided to do a bit of ballerina as well, and he's doing a bit of a twirl in the car. It's all kicking off now. Fitzy trying his best to get by. Nath still holding on to that first position, with Fitzy really putting the pressure on. Nath, he's just got to ignore that rear view mirror. Don't bother looking behind you, my friend. It is going to be Fitzy in that Lamborghini, but you don't need to worry about that. You just keep it facing the right direction. As they get to Paddock Hill Bend, it is still Nath leading Fitzy. Paul coming up onto them very, very quickly as they go towards Druids for the final time then. While Fitzy and Nath are battling away, it has allowed Paul to get right up close and personal. He has joined this party, hasn't he? So, well, it could be any one of these three that is going to be on the podium, isn't it? Then we've got Willard just leading a little group as well, just behind him, that's consisting of Osman and Panic at the Tesco as well in 6th, as Osman has a look at Willard. He's trying to find a way through and move up into P4 as they go down the Pilgrims drop towards Hawthorne Hill, and Osman having a bit of a look up the inside, but nothing doing there. I've got to go up to the top again and see what's happening up at the front as we come to the final few bends at turn 6, Westfield Bend, as Nath goes through, still ahead of Fitzy. Fitzy doing absolutely everything he can, although there's a bit of a gap opened up now of about half a second. Paul still in third, just cannot get close enough to Fitzy to make a move, so it looks like it is going to be these three on the podium, but in what order? Nath has got one more turn. Oh, as Fitzy goes for it, he dives up the inside at the very last turn, at turn 9, Clark Carver, and oh, Nathan's run out of fuel. I don't believe it. So Fitzy takes the win with Paul in second, Willard third, Osman fourth, Panic fifth, Wayne G sixth. Where on earth is Nath going to finish? Glass of a Nath across the line. Oh my God. What a mistake to make. Phaser across the line in 9th, Foxy in 10th, Nigel 11th, Method 12th with Pete 13th. Enzo will come across the line in 14th with Sid in 15th when he gets back onto the tarmac. Wow, I'm sorry we didn't see any of the other guys there, but the race at the top was just so good I couldn't leave it. Poor old Nath. What a fantastic race he had, and has ended up 8th because of the error of not putting enough fuel in. Wow, that's all I can say. Brilliant stuff though, and Nath really did, well, he deserves something. Maybe the guys will just save him a little bit of champagne at the bottom of the bottle. Maybe they won't. So let's just have a look at that result then. So Fitzy in the end got the win. with Paul, and the fastest lap. Paul got a 1:24.4, so brilliant stuff from Paul. Willard in third, Osman fourth. Then we've got Panic at the Tesco, Wayne G, Grasshopper and Nath. Phaser in ninth, Foxy 10th, Niggle, Method, Pete, Enzo, Jack and Sid in 15th. What a fantastic race. Wow. Where are we off to now? I believe it is Deep Forest. So we will get this. Whoops. There we go. See, I'm thumping the microphone again. Sorry if that echoed in your ears there. I didn't mean it to. It's just I went to move my arm and ended up thumping the microphone. So, right, where did I say we were going? It's going to be Deep Forest, wasn't it? Rustling of the papers as I desperately try and find it. Can't even do my... oh, that's reversed. We don't want to reverse, do it? Or is it reversed? No, it's not reversed. Surely it's not going to be reversed. Oh, now the laptop's about ready to die on me, so I'm going to have to shut that down anyway. I'll close all of this, and close that, close that, close that, and I hope we're still broadcasting. So yeah, there we go, we are off to Deep Forest. Another good track, but one that I'm not too fantastic at. I know I say that on every one, don't I? But so we're at Deep Forest then. This is a fictional track, so there's no corner names. 2.6 miles, 18 turns. And how many tunnels we got? Got about 3 tunnels on this one. A very, very long back straight. Excuse me. A very, very long back straight, and a pretty quick last few turns as well. When we come out of turn 14, which is the hairpin, we're going to go and watch somebody just so that we don't miss the start. So as we come out of turn 14, there's about 4 turns, 15, 16, 17 and 18, and they are just flat out down the hill, back up the hill, and then across the start finish line. The start finish straight, 765 metres. That's from the exit of turn 18 to the entry into turn 1 at the bottom of the hill. And as I've already said, there's three tunnels on this one. We've got the long one, 2 long ones actually on the back straight, and then a little short one halfway round. So let's get some details up and we can see who is actually racing. Probably going to be the same guys, and it would just be nice if somebody else dropped in, wouldn't it? We've got Nath, we've got Phaser, we've got Grasshopper, Wayne, Paul, Enzo, Jack, Panic at the Tesco, Osman, Niggle, Method, Pete, we've got Willard, and we've got Foxy OK. Sitting in the garage, just on a cup of tea and a sandwich before he goes out for race 3. Now I do believe there's going to be some points actually put up for these races, but they will be out tomorrow, I understand. So we're just going to watch Nath. Where are we? Let's find somebody who's going across the start finish line, shall we? There we go. So we'll go on board with Niggle. So we're on board, yeah, there we go. We're going to go on board with Niggle. So around turn 1, we're just going to do the lap ride now, shall we? So around turn 1 then, and then into a series of S-bends at turns 2, then 3, then 4. Then it's turn 5 and into the first of the short tunnels. Oh, there's 4 tunnels, isn't there? Turn 6, a right-hander into another tunnel. Then as you hit daylight, you're going left through turn 7. Then 8. And then turn 9 is this left-hander. You don't want to go drifting too far out onto the right. If you do get onto that too far onto the green stuff, you will pick up a penalty if they are switched on. Then we're into the tunnel then, the first of the long tunnels, up through turn 11 and 12. As we come out of one tunnel, we go straight into the next tunnel. That's where the penalty zone is. Through there, turn 13, and then up towards turn 14, which is the nightmare hairpin left-hander, which catches a lot of people out. And then, as I mentioned earlier, with his foot to the floor through turn 15, 16, more like little kinks in the road really, up through turn 17, then 18, and then we are back on to the start finish straight. Now, as I mentioned earlier, 765 metre straight across the start finish line and down towards turn 1. Bang onto those brakes to try and get that Lamborghini slowed down enough to get into turn 1. Down in turn 1, a good overtaking position actually, a lot of grip on the outside, a lot of guys find. So if you do hog the inside line, it doesn't matter, or rather the guy you're trying to overtake hogs the inside line, it doesn't really matter because as I say, there is quite a bit of grip on the outside of turn 1, so it's a good overtaking position. This not so much. You around the S's, you just got be a little bit careful as Niggle uses quite a lot of track there, but you do have to be careful, otherwise you're going to get very dirty tyres. That's the bit where you don't want to go too far out to the right. Wayne G just parked up, having his afternoon nap again. How many afternoon naps does he need? Pete in 4th. Well, he's not in 4th, is he? He's just 4th on the grid at the minute because of they're just practicing. Then we've got Osman with Niggle just behind him. We've got Panic at the Tesco. He's just coming out of one tunnel straight into the next. Beautiful sunny day here. I think it's in Switzerland, I believe. As I say, it's fictional, but maybe based on a real life track. I don't know. I would like to think it was based on a real life track. It wouldn't be great if it was an actual track. So we're just waiting then for the third race to get going. Method from America. Stayed up very late or got up very early. I don't know which one. But this one, he may even be at work. I don't know. He could be at work. He's just bonking off. Decided to jump on and play GT7. We've got Paul just behind him there. Well, we did have. I don't know where Paul went. Probably jumped into the pits. Just to have a... No, there he is. Oh, is that a change of livery again? Oh, Paul, it looks like a dual cell battery there. Yes, it is. It's a change of livery. I do like that one, Paul. Oh, he's keeping us guessing now then. So we don't know which one he's going to actually be using for the Sunday league racing. Going to be interesting to see. So this is his second livery. So yeah, Paul does do the commentary as well on a Sunday. I'm not sure again which league that Paul's doing, but if you want to head over and subscribe to Paul's channel, you can see it there just above his car. It's URL_Paul E72 on YouTube. He will be covering some of the Sunday league races. So if you want to stay on top of it all, we've got Ruthless, we've got obviously myself, I'm doing the Pro Split 1. Then we've got Paul, not sure which one he's doing. We've got Brownie. I think Brownie is doing Pro-Am Split 1. Oh, now we're ready to go. So we've got Enzo Jack on pole. Then we've got Grasshopper, Nath, Niggle, Foxy, Pete, Osman, Wayne G, Panic, Method, Phaser, Smiley's joined us. Then we've got Fitzy, Willard and Paul. So new name then is Smiley. This is his first race for tonight. Where is he? Where is Smiley? There he is in the yellow. I didn't quite see what it was. What it is it the Audi? The 8 thing? So that's Smiley then has joined us, and not very good with flags, but is that German? I believe it might be. So let's go back up to the top then and see what's happening then as Enzo Jack leads everybody around these turns 2, 3, 4. Oh, as Enzo has gone and had a kiss with the barrier, so that's him now down to 9th, 10th maybe, as we come into turn 5 and 6. It's all gone a bit south for Enzo. So we have a new leader then. It is Foxy. Excuse me. It is Foxy in the AMG then as we come around turn 10. For the first time he leads this pack. Grasshopper in second. Niggle is up to third. Then we've got Nath in fourth in that BMW. Panic in fifth. Then Osman, Wayne G, Pete, Enzo. Method. Then we've got Fitzy, Smiley in 12th with Fazer, Willard and Paul. Paul down at the back, so not a great start for Paul in that copper Duracell coloured car. But Paul having a look at the inside of Willard and getting that job done. So next on the list is going to be Fazer, as Foxy tries to open up a bit of a gap now of just over half a second from Grasshopper, but Grasshopper into the slipstream, so they'll soon start to drop, I'm sure. As Niggle gonna have a look and try and regain. Oh, he's picked up half a second penalty. He was sitting in third, wasn't he? He's now alongside Nate now. As I said earlier, it doesn't make that much difference. There is a fair amount of grip on the outside at turn 1, but Niggle managing to hold on and regain P3, although he's got like half a second to serve. Nate, he's really putting the pressure on. Let's jump on board with Nate, shall we? As we go around turn 5 into the short tunnel into turn 6, and it is Niggle in third. A quick look behind us, we've got Panic at Tesco in the Lamborghini just behind in 5th, down towards turn 9. A quick look behind us and Panic having a look at the inside, and Panic's managed to get his car there as well. So Panic makes the move and gets himself up into 4th, so Nath drops down to 5th. Osman coming at him as well now. Let's get out of the car. We're obviously putting Nath off. Now then Niggle serves that half a second penalty, and we've got Panic, we've got Nath, and we have got Osman all chasing him down. But I think Niggle is going to hold on to P3 as they get into that final turn at turn 14, and we've got a new leader of this race as Grasshopper takes over from Foxy. Okay, so whether Foxy had a bit of a moment, again, I'm sorry we've missed that one, but Foxy drops down to 2nd, Niggle in 3rd, penalty served so he can get back onto concentrating on the race. Panic at the Tesco being practically pushed along by Nath. Nath having a proper good look in the boot of that Lambo as he pulls to the inside at turn 1. Nath on the inside, Panic at the Tesco on the outside, all the way around, and then Panic is still there side by side with Nath into turns 2, 3 and 4, and these two are having a proper battle. Nath really getting his elbows out and holding on to 4th at the minute. Panic at the Tesco just having to slot in behind him for now as they go through this tricky section. They're up into turn 7, 8 and 9 now, and Panic is just going to have to bide his time. We've got Wayne G just behind him with Osman and Enzo just behind them. It is so close at the minute. We are on lap 3 of 10 and there is just no room. Now then, they will have to make a pit stop, remember. Let's just have a look who that was getting a little bit wrong then. I think Enzo seems to be slowing down a little bit. You know what, let's go back up to the top and have a look at the tyre situation, shall we? So Grasshopper is on the soft tyres, so is Foxy. But let's just try and find somebody on mediums, shall we? There we go. Osman is the he's the highest placed medium tyre runner at the minute, as Wayne G picked up half a second just in front of him, so Osman's going to be encouraged by that. And Osman is into the pit, so Osman pulls the trigger first to get rid of those medium tyres. Smiley on the mediums, is he going to come in? Oh, a bit of a swipe with Barrier there for Smiley, sitting in 11th. Then we've got Willard in 12th with Fazer in 13th. Osman joined in the pits by Fitzy, both on the medium tyres, so a fresh set of boots for both of those guys and maybe a splash of fuel, who knows. Yeah, they're going to need a splash of fuel. We're only on lap 3. Very early stop, so minimum of 3 laps then for each of these compound tyres, so these guys think that the softs will get them to the end of the race. Grasshopper, well, it's going to be interesting then, because Grasshopper's on the soft tyres. What do you reckon, about 40% wear on those front tyres of Grasshoppers? So, well, yeah, maybe Fitzy and Osman can get the softs to run for about 7 laps. It's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? Niggle on the softs as well, up into P3. Then a bit of a gap then back to Nath of just over 2 seconds. So these three trying to pull away from the rest of the pack. Nath in 4th. He's got Panic at the Tesco just behind him in the Lambo. Nath goes very, very deep into turn 14. I said this earlier, didn't I? It catches a lot of people out. And Panic says thank you very much and gives Nath a wave as he goes on by. Wayne G also capitalised on that mistake, and he moves up into 4th with Nath now dropping to 5th. Method in 6th. Bit of a space then between all of these guys. Enzo Jack in 7th with Paul in 8th, trying to make his way through the grid. He started all the way at the back, didn't he? We're not quite sure what happened actually at the start of the race, but Paul just ended up right at the back. But he's now up there in 8th. We've got Willard in 9th with Phaser 10th and Foxy 11th. Well, Foxy's made a pit stop, hasn't he? Obviously, he's got a fresh set of medium tyres on. Let's have a look at Phaser. I don't think he's changed his yet. He has got half a second penalty though, sitting in 10th. We've got Osman on a fresh set of soft tyres, Pete on some mediums. Who else we got? Smiley on the softs, although really struggling at the minute, and Fitzy having made his pit stop. He's now in 15th. Well, currently he's not going to stay there, is he? On a fresh set of soft tyres. So Grasshopper, surely he's going to be thinking about a pit stop. He'll want to take those soft tyres as far as he can. Now then, the interesting thing is both Fitzy and Osman came in and changed their tyres on the end of lap 3. So that would mean they've got 7 laps to go on the softs. Grasshopper currently on lap 5 on the soft tyres, and they're looking at about 50% wear, aren't they? I'm looking at that front left. So it's going to be interesting to see if Osman and Fitzy can make their tyres last. Grasshopper, well, probably another couple of laps. It may be the fuel that forces him in rather than the tyres, but he's out there in front enjoying himself for the minute. Just over 1.5 second gap. Back to Niggle. Niggle now moved up into 2nd. He's got Panic at the Tesco in 3rd, but Panic has picked up a half a second penalty, so that's going to take it up to a near 3 second gap between himself and Niggle. He's got a comfortable gap back to Method, so Panic should be able to maintain P3 when he serves that penalty. So we'll just stick with Panic for now as we're coming around turn, where are we? We're at turn 10, aren't we? And just about heading into the first of the tunnels. Niggle slowing down. Niggle, now then, what's happened to Niggle? Niggle must have broke track limits. He's got half a second as well, both serving their penalties. So Panic has gone through now to 2nd. Niggle has dropped to 3rd. Yeah, he's hit the wall, hasn't he? He's got damage at the front, so a mistake from Niggle. Very rare mistake at that. But Niggle now down into 3rd, and they're going to have to come in as well because the fuel light is on. So Grasshopper's in. Panic will come in, Niggle will follow him. Method he's going to follow as well. Let's have a look. Ball, well, he's coming in. Didn't need to, but he is coming in. So they're all going to start coming in now, aren't they? Foxy could possibly do another lap. Is he going to stay out? Yes, he is. Foxy's decided he's going to do one more. So I think Foxy's going to take over the lead as the rest of the grid all come in, apart from Wayne G, Osman. They've made their stops, haven't they? Now then, can they get down past the pit exit before the rest of the guys start coming out of their pits? Let's have a look. Grasshopper fully fueled up and out. Is he going to rejoin in 2nd? Yes, he is. Where is Wayne G? Wayne G just coming down and takes over 3rd as the rest of the pack all come out of the pit together. Osman now moves up into 4th. Panic is in 5th. Paul 6th. Niggle 7th. Everybody exiting the pit at the same time then. Method is in 8th with Smiley in 9th. Wow, what a bunch of cars we have got now. It is going to be tight in there, isn't it? Let's jump on board with Paul, shall we? As we come around turn 5 and turn 6. Then we're into 7 and 8. A quick look behind us. Niggle chasing us down in 7th. We've got Panic at the Tesco just ahead in 5th with Osman and Wayne G just ahead of him. We're on lap 7 of 10 through one of the tunnels into the 2nd tunnel. No penalty to serve. Now then, everybody picking up the slipstream. Is Paul going to stay to the left and make a move up the inside? No, he's decided he's going to follow Panic all the way around. A quick look behind us as Niggle and Smiley come round, but I think Smiley's got it wrong and he's pushed Niggle just a little bit too deep as Paul starts to mix it up now with Osman and Panic at the Tesco. Paul getting into the slipstream of Panic, and that pulled him along a little bit and just dragged him past Osman. but Panic now goes very defensive. A quick lot behind. Osmond has decided to pull up behind Panic at the Tesco as well as they go into turn one. Paul is going to get there first, but I thought he was going to carry on going, but didn't. He seemed to just slow down just that little bit too much, and that's cost him, because now Osmond is alongside him, and well, goes through goes Osmond. Now Paul has got the soft tyres on, so I'm not quite sure why he backed out of that one, but he did. So Paul into fifth, Osmond fourth, and Panic moves them into third. So Wayne G in second, with Grasshopper back out in the lead, and by quite a margin actually. Look, just under 5 seconds gap between Grasshopper and Wayne G. So Grasshopper looking very comfortable. Wayne G in second. Then the fight is on. Panic, well, he's trying to get away, isn't he? But the rest of the guys won't let him. It is Panic about 1.5 seconds ahead of Paul, but Paul has got his hands full. He has got everybody with him. He has got Smiley in there in fifth. We have got Osmond. We have got Method. We have got Niggle. The rest of the grid are all coming through, and it's all going to get very cosy here at turn 14. Now the mistake earlier from Smiley cost, I think it was Niggle, but they got through there right this time, as Smiley stays in fifth, Method sixth, Osmond seventh, and then Niggle in eighth, Enzo in ninth, then Fitzy. Let's just have a look down a bit further down the field. Then Pete in 11th in the Porsche, coming across the line then to start lap 9. Nath in 12th, not such a good race for him this time out at Deep Forest. He had a fantastic race, didn't he, at Brands Hatch? Just came a cropper at the end when he ran out of fuel, but not quite got to grips with Deep Forest. Willard in 13th, with Fazer in 14th, and Foxy, well, he led for a little while, didn't he, Foxy, but now finds himself down in 15th position. So back up to the top and looking very good at the minute is Grasshopper, stretching that lead all the while. The fight is on though for the remaining 2 steps on the podium, as at the minute it is Wayne G and Panic at the Tesco that are holding on to them. Then we've got just over a second gap back to Paul, but Paul's carrying a half a second penalty, so that's going to stretch out. He may even lose a position to Osmond and Smiley. Paul serves his penalty as they come towards turn 14. It is Smiley on the inside, tries to get that Audi slowed down. Paul back on the power as early as he can, but Smiley has just got his nose in front. It is now side by side, Paul and Smiley battling it out for P4, and Smiley has just got his nose in front. Great racing as they come up through turn 17 and 18, back onto the start finish straight to start the final lap. And we just see Method there making a move on Osmond. Osmond holding on to that inside line as Method goes around the outside, and Niggle's in there as well. It's almost 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, as Niggle goes very deep and slams into the barrier. He is still going though, but let's have a look. Has he picked up damage? No, he's got away with it. But Niggle in 8th. Enzo moves up into 7th. Oh, as Niggle goes off again. Oh, that's it. Race over for Niggle. A big spin at turn 5, and that is Niggle's race over. But let's carry on and see what's happening elsewhere. We have got, let's have a look, Paul still in 4th. We have got Panic in 3rd, with Grasshopper still out in front and looking very comfortable for the win. Wayne G in 2nd. Half a second over Panic at the Tesco. Panic at the Tesco going to be using the slipstream though now. Let's just have a look at the fuel situation. We don't want the same thing to happen to these guys as happened to Nath, where he ran out of fuel at the very last turn. But it does look like Wayne G has managed to hold on to that P2. Let's just go up and see our race leader and soon to be race winner. We're going to follow him across the line as Grasshopper comes through turn 18 for the last time, down the hill and across the line to take the checkered flag. Well done to Grasshopper. Wayne G across the line with Panic just behind him in 3rd, but carrying half a second penalty. Paul across the line just ahead of Smiley. Method in 6th, Fitzy 7th, Osmond 8th. Then we've got Nathan 9th, Willard 10th, Pete 11th, Foxy 12th, Fazer across the line in 13th, with Niggle just pushing too hard, wasn't he, through those early turns, the S's, and ends up 14 after that almighty spin he had. And then Enzo Jack across the line to take 15th. Wow, what a fantastic race that was. Let's just have a quick look at the results, shall we? Before we jump on to the next one. I think there's another one. So just to confirm then, we've got Grasshopper, Wayne G and Panic at the Tesco with your top three. Fastest lap goes to Panic at the Tesco with a 1:27.6. Excuse me, Paul in fourth, Smiley, Method, Fitzy, Osman, Nathan ninth, Willard 10th, then Pete, Foxy OK took 12th, Phaser 13th with Niggle and Enzo Jack taking 14th and 15th. So let's have a look and see where we are going next. Oh, the lobby's changing fast and furious now, but he's not going to give me a chance to get my maps now, is he? Where are we now? Oh, Maggiore. Lego Maggiore, as the Italians say. Well, actually, they probably don't say it like that. They probably say it properly. Right, let's have a look. Let's do my alphabet. L, there you go. So, we will jump on board again so we don't miss out on what's happening. So let's have a look, shall we, at the Autodrome Lego Maggiore. This is the full track, obviously. In Italy, it is fictional. 3.6 miles and 17 turns. Again, no corner names because it's fictional, which is a bit of a shame. Again, most of the fictional tracks look absolutely fantastic, don't they? So we really do want them to be proper tracks. Lots of layouts for this one within GT7. But this is the full layout, so it's the full 17 turns. The straight 800 meters from turn 10 to turn 11. The back straight is, as I say, 800 meters. I'm not quite sure what it is from 17 to turn 1, from the end of 17 to turn 1. But I bet it's about 500-600 meters. So let's have a look and see who's in, shall we? We've got Nath, Panic, we've got Paul, Fitzy, Niggle, Phaser, Pete, Enzo, Method, Osman, Willard. Smiley has stayed. Panic at the Tesco in 12th and 13th is Foxy. So we do have one missing. So two left, I think they have. Two have left. Not sure who it was. So yeah, let's try and work out who it was that's left. I don't think I will work out. I'm not that brilliant at remembering these things. Was it Willard? Where's Willard? No, that Willard is there. Pete? Is Pete there? No. So Pete, oh yeah, Pete is there. So there you go. Like, I can't remember anything. So I think Osman's probably going to wait for just a couple of minutes just to see if anybody else joins. I think we'll be off to Michelin Roadway, Atlanta next. Bit of a delay now because I don't know if you've just seen the message that's popped up, but Osman is just sorting some points out. There is going to be like a mini league table for these races. So let's have a look, see what car Paul is in this time. Are we sticking with the Duracell one? That's a fantastic looking car, isn't it? Wish I'd done that. Does look good. Does look good. So that's Paul in the Duracell copper and black Lamborghini. Nath in the usual Napa M6. Is that the Sprint? I think it's the Sprint, couldn't see. Fitzy in the Lamborghini, the black and white Lamborghini, and coming a cropper there at turn 7, I think it is. It's sorry, turn 11, and kissing barrier onto the grass. Who else we got? Niggle is he's out there. Phaser in the multicoloured BMW, so that's obviously the one he's going to be using on Sundays. Same with Pete in the Porsche. All the guys obviously just practicing in the cars that they are stuck with, that they chose. Or that they stuck with. Well, I suppose they are stuck with them, aren't they? We unfortunately got the Lamborghini, which I haven't really had much practice, to be fair. More excuses. I haven't had much practice. I've been doing all these comms. That's what it is. All these streams. I can't practice. I'm too busy doing all the commentating for you guys. Yeah, not a big fan of the car, and not a big fan of the track, to be fair. But you go with what you dealt, don't you, and make the best of it. So we're just waiting for this race to get started. I'm not sure if Oz is just sorting out some points or something. As I've said, it's we're going to have a little mini league table that will be published tomorrow. So that should be on the Facebook page. I would imagine it'll be on the Facebook page tomorrow. So as I already mentioned, Autodrome Lego Maggiore is in Italy. It's fictional, 3.6 miles and 17 turns. Great track, actually. I don't mind this one. It's not my favourite. I don't mind it though. Very technical, very quick. Just a couple of turns were a bit awkward. These first couple of turns, actually turns 1, 2 and 3, I find a little bit tricky, especially turn 2. And then you get down to the bottom of the hill at turn 5. The guys are just on their way down there now. Let's jump on board with one of them, shall we? So as we come down the bottom of the hill towards turn 5, it's this sweeping right-hander. A big sausage curve there. You can see that Foxy did hit but managed to get away with it. So if you get on the power too early, you'll find the back end coming round on you. Then they take us up into 6, 7 and 8, which is the S section of this track. You can use a lot of that curb on the left hand side. We go through turn 9, then turn 10, and we are onto this long straight. As I said earlier, 800 metres of it. Full throttle all the way. You go down the hill then towards turn 11. You've got to get hard onto those brakes to get this hairpin turn done without drifting off onto the left onto that sand. Then we go up through turns 12 and 13. Nice and easy, full throttle through there. There's no need to lift, plenty of track. And then we're into turns 14 and 15. It's a double right-hander, one straight after the other, and then in to turns 16 and 17 at the bottom of the hill. And no braking there for Foxy. He just let the car roll around before getting back on the power again. So yeah, we're just waiting for the start of this race now, I believe. Or are we waiting for somebody else to join? There may have been a message passed or something for somebody to join, I don't know, but we're down to 13. I think we did have 15, didn't we? So I'm not quite sure what we're waiting for. It must be other people to join. Needs to get a hurry up though. Have a look, see if I've got a message come through as we wait. Let's have a look. No, we've got nothing from Craig himself. So no, not quite sure what it is we're waiting for. It must be other people to join, or they're giving somebody the opportunity to join. There we go, starting soon. Ah, was it Wayne G? Was it Wayne G that was missing? I just realised it might have been Wayne G that's missing. And Fitzy. Sorry for the flicking, I'm just trying to go through the names of everybody there. I think it, oh no, Fitzy's there. So yeah, Wayne G, it's definitely Wayne G that's not here. So Wayne G has left us, so they may be waiting for Wayne G to rejoin. Giving him the opportunity. I'm not sure what's going on. Still only 13. So Wayne G was one of the guys that has left. Well, we're going to start anyway. So we've got Smiley on pole, then Fitzy, Nath, Osman, Foxy OK, we've got Enzo Jack, Nigel in 7th, Paul 8th, then we've got Phaser, Pete, Method, Willard 12th with Panic at the Tesco in 13th. So we shall get this race underway, shall we, as we get 5 lights lit. Let's get them out and let's get racing in Italy at Lego Maggiore. And it is Smiley that takes us down towards turn 1 for the first time. We have got Foxy in the inside with Nath on the outside, just looking for a little bit of gap. It's going to be a bit touchy-feely through these first couple of turns as Fitzy tries to get himself up the inside there. It is still Smiley out in front. Foxy manages to nip in front of Fitzy and take that P2 with Fitzy dropping into 3rd. Now we turn into turn 4 then and start on down the hill, and we can get the power down now as everybody follows through in a snake-like fashion. Well, apart from one of them that's sticking out there. I think it might be Paul actually. So Smiley's still holding on to the lead just as Foxy tries to go up the inside of him. So that Audi, it is the R8, isn't it? I'm sure it's the R8. So Smiley in that R8 leads everybody through the S section at turn 6, 7 and 8. Foxy in 2nd, no room for error at the minute. Fitzy in 3rd, he'll be keen to try and get by. Now remember, these guys have got to make a pit stop, so let's have a look at the tyres. Mediums then for Smiley as he comes under attack from Foxy. The power of the AMG not quite up to it, is it? But that Audi just managing to hold on. So Smiley, a great run there, and Foxy on the soft tyres as well. Fitzy also on the softs. So both of those guys will want to get by Smiley as quick as they possibly can before their tyres start to drop off. And you can see that Foxy really is pushing now, isn't he? As he is having a bit of a look left and a bit of a look right. Nathan 4th then, he's on the mediums as well. Then we've got Paul on the softs, Osman on the mediums. Quite a mixture actually. Yeah, softs for Willard. Nigel down in 11th on the softs. That's not where he needs to be on those compound tyres. You need to be a little bit further up the field and trying to open up some gaps. Let's have a look at his Smiley, still out in front, but he's coming under attack now as almost goes 3 wide there as Foxy gets into turn 1 first, but couldn't get that AMG slowed down enough, and Smiley retakes P1. Foxy just about holding on to P2 with Fitzy all over him, but Fitzy on the inside now. It will be Foxy on the inside as they come up towards turn 4, and Foxy maintaining it, but Fitzy having a look at the inside, both on the softer tyres. And while they're having a good old fight, Smiley's having a bit of a smile to himself, as if I'm allowed to say that, as he starts to open up a very, very small gap. Fitzy manages to get by Foxy and moves up into P2. He can now go on the attack and try and get in front of Smiley. A little bit of lag, I think, from Smiley there, as the back end of that Audi is twitching away in front of Fitzy. But Fitzy, let's go on board with Fitzy. As we go through turn 8 up towards turn 9, then out onto turn 10, and then it's out onto the back straight, still full throttle all the way into the slipstream. Then he's Fitzy. A quick look behind us, we have got his Foxy sitting there in 3rd. Down the hill, remember Smiley is on those medium tyres, so Fitzy needs to get by him as quickly as he possibly can. Smiley using every inch of the track and really is positioning that Audi in such a way that it's making it hard for Fitzy to pick his spot, isn't he? Another quick look behind us and we can see that Foxy's still there. Up towards turn 14 we go. Smiley just not letting Fitzy have any room, is he? There is no doors being open for Fitzy at the minute, but believe me, if there was, Fitzy would be through it. He doesn't need asking twice as they come down the hill towards the final turn at turn 17, this sweeping left-hander. And now Fitzy senses the opportunity and tries to get it on the inside, but Smiley says, no, you're not having it, my son, and manages to hold on to P1. What a great race Smiley is having as they cross the start-finish line for the 3rd time, and it looks like Foxy's having a bit of a go at Fitzy now. Where did he come from? We just took our eye off the ball for a minute there, didn't we? As Fitzy's tried his best to get by Smiley, and Foxy says, well, I'll have a bit of that as well, and retakes P2. It just shows how hard it is to keep an eye out everywhere, as Paul has joined this little party now as well, so all that battling up ahead has allowed the rest of the group to start catching up. So Paul sitting in 4th at the minute with Nath just behind him in 5th. Paul on the soft tyres. But what a race Smiley is having at the minute on those mediums. That Audi really is proving to love it here in Italy. Let's have a look. Fitzy, Foxy, Paul, all on the soft tyres. Nath is the next on the mediums in 5th. So no real difference in tyres, it would appear, apart from the wear. And if you have a look, you can see Paul, what, 30%, 25, 30% wear. Fitzy about the same. Foxy's used a little bit more, maybe because the car's slightly heavier, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the AMG is slightly heavier, and he has done a little bit more back then, as Fitzy has managed to get in front of him again. Apologies, we missed that. So Fitzy back up into P2. Get a swig of the old water there. So we have Smiley leading Fitzy, Foxy in 3rd as Paul goes very, very wide into that double right-hander at turns 14 and 15. Nath pulls alongside of him, so it is BMW against Lamborghini now as they come through turn 17. Nath just on the brakes a little bit later, just trying to get that undercut on Paul, but Paul managing to hold on to P3. Now why is that? Oh, Smiley, our race leader, is into the pit, so on lap 3, so the minimum of 3 laps then on the medium tyres, and Smiley is in. Great race he's had. That allows Fitzy to take the lead now on those soft tyres, with Foxy OK just behind him also on the soft, but they are seriously going to be looking at changing those tyres soon. Foxy for some reason has got his left indicator going. He's obviously caught that with his hand, hasn't he, as he's been driving around, so then maybe he's just trying to confuse everybody. Paul sitting in 3rd now after that pit stop of Smiley's, but all these guys yet to make a stop. Nathan 4th, Osman in 5th. Then we've got Method in 6th. He's having a good old fight with Panic at the Tesco at the minute. Currently sitting in 7th, so Method on the medium tyres. Panic at the Tesco also on medium tyres, sitting in 7th and getting closer and closer to the back of Method's Lamborghini. Having a bit of a sniff around the rear end, isn't he? And trying to put the pressure on. Maybe doing a little bit of fuel saving though as they come through turn 10 and get themselves on to that straight 800-metre fight all the way down to turn 11 at the bottom here, into the braking zone, and trying to nick as much as you can off that corner. Done a great turn there for Panic at the Tesco, who just cannot get close enough at the minute to Method in P6 to make a move. Much better showing from Fazer this time out than in the BMW. Currently sitting in 8th with, well, quite a gap over Nigel actually in 9th. So this is much better from Fazer. He's not been spinning around. He's been trying to keep the car on a straight line. He's on those medium tyres, so he has got the soft tyres to look forward to. So a much better outing from Fazer here in Italy. We've got Paul currently sitting in P3, has now decided to come into the pits and change his tyres. Fazer has come in as well. Nigel not having a great race is Nigel. Those soft tyres really starting to give him some trouble, and yeah, into the pits he comes to get them changed. Smiley then pitted on lap 3 onto a fresh set of soft tyres. Is he going to leapfrog a couple? Yes he is, and up into 4th now. The guys up ahead of him have yet to pit as well, so let's just have a look. He's 27, nearly 28 seconds behind Fitzy. But how long does the pit stop take? We should have noted that, shouldn't we? As Smiley could potentially move back up into the lead of this race when the guys ahead of him start to come in. Now he does need to start getting some decent laps in actually. He could really do with getting that time down to about 25 seconds from Fitzy. Let's just have a look how the situation is for Fitzy. Tyres looking a bit worn now, so Fitzy just under, well, a quarter of a tank of fuel as well, so Fitzy will be thinking about a pit stop now. He's 3.8 seconds ahead of Nath, currently sitting in 2nd, and Nath has got the same situation with fuel and tyres. Method is 10 seconds behind Fitzy. He's on a decent set of mediums actually. They're holding up. but the fuel is going to force Method in. Now let's just have a look. Is Fitzy going to come in? We're just going to follow him around these final turns through turn 14. Into 15 he goes. Around the sweeping left-hander of turn 16 and then into turn 17. Let's just see if he stays to the left. The fuel light has started to flash now for Fitzy in that Lamborghini. And yes, Fitzy is in. Nath will probably follow him, as will Method. So Smiley in fourth. Where is Smiley? He's just coming around turn 14 now. And he has got the time down. He's got it down to about 26.5 seconds. So we said about 25, didn't we? But I think there may be enough, actually, for Smiley to retake the lead. Let's just have a look. No fuel going into Fitzy's car. Oh, it's just started now. So Fitzy's just starting to take some fuel on board as Smiley crosses the start-finish line. Now he's got to get past that pit exit, and he does so. So Smiley retakes the lead of this race. Fitzy just on his way out now. He's going to rejoin in second. Yes, he is. So Fitzy back out in P2. Osman moves up into third, having made his stop, and is now out on a fresh set of soft tyres. Paul on the mediums in fourth. Then we've got Foxy OK up in the mediums as well. Still got the indicators going. He's on the medium tyres. Nathan sixth on softs. Brand new set of soft tyres for Nath. Method on a brand new set of softs as well. He's in seventh. Then we've got Panic in eighth. Willard in ninth. Niggle down in 10th. Really not been his track, this one, has it? Pete in 11th. Phaser 12th, with Enzo just about to come out of the pits now and rejoin in 13th. So Smiley back out in front. What a fantastic race he's having. Absolutely loving it out here in Italy. And that Audi seems very suited to this track. Let's have a look now then. 2.5 laps to go, do you think? And tyres, well, they're looking okay actually. Got about 15-20% wear on there. So and he's 5.5 seconds in front of Fitzy. So, or 5 seconds rather. Look at the time coming down. So doesn't need to relax, but doesn't need to push either for the fastest lap. He got that. I'm saying that he just got that last lap, didn't he? A 156.7. I think he should just concentrate on looking after his tyres and the fuel. I think he can coast to a win now with Fitzy in second on those medium tyres, and I think Fitzy's going to come under attack from Osman. So if there's a danger, it may well be that comes a danger to Smiley. It may well come from Osman actually. Have a look. Last lap was 158, although it was red. I'm not sure what red means. Whether it was a deleted time, I'm not sure. But I think Osman is going to be trying to make a move on Fitzy very sure. Well, he needs to hurry up, doesn't he? Because they've just started lap 7, so 2 laps to go. So Osman currently sitting third on the podium. So we will have a glass of champagne to sip on, but I'm sure he would like to get himself up into P2. Paul in fourth. He'll want to get up there on the podium as well, won't he? So we can't write Paul off. Nath in fifth, with Foxy OK sitting in sixth in the AMG. Still got the indicator going, hasn't he? Yeah. Then we've got Method in 7th, Panic in 8th, Willard in 9th in the Porsche, with quite a gap in front of him and a decent gap behind him as well. Niggle in 10th, same position really. He's got about 5 seconds in front and 5 seconds behind. So a bit of a lonely race for Niggle at the minute, with Pete in 11th. Phaser in 12th. He was having a decent race, wasn't he, Phaser? But the pit stops obviously upset him somehow, and he's now down in 12th with Enzo Jack in 13th. And well, those medium tyres look almost brand new, so maybe he's not long made a stop. I can't remember now. But back up to the top, and well, that time has come down, hasn't it, to Fitzy, but like I said earlier, I think Smiley can still win this one. He's just about coming around turn 17 to cross the start-finish line to start the final lap, and he's about 3 seconds ahead of Fitzy, so I think he's just got to be sensible He has been trying to look after the tyres, I think, and that's why the times have dropped off a little bit. You can see he got that fastest lap, that 156, then his next one was the 158. Well, lap 7 was a 212, so he's obviously had a bit of an issue, hasn't he, somewhere along the lines. 212, wow. Well, yeah, whatever's happened there, he had a big enough gap to maintain the lead. So Smiley in first at the minute, with Fitzy holding on to second. Actually, I thought he might come under attack from Osman on the softer tyres, and I really thought he was going to be attacking Fitzy very early on, but he's not. He seems quite happy to sit there in P3 unless he's waiting for the very last opportunity. Excuse me. So Osman's still sitting in third, then Paul in fourth. He's got about 4 seconds gap between himself and Osman, so it's very unlikely he's going to catch Osman now, get himself up onto the podium. So Paul will be looking to just hold on to P4. Nath in fifth, just behind him, with Foxy just behind him as well in sixth, as they go down the hill towards turn 14 for turn 11, sorry, for the final turn. So let's just go up to see where Smiley is as we come up through turn 13. For the last time then, fuel light is now flashing. We have got just over 3 second gap back to Fitzy, so you've just got to keep it on the tarmac and facing the right way, Smiley, and the win is yours. He will get across the line with enough fuel as well. So around final turn then he goes. So Smiley is going to be winner of race, whatever it is, 3, 4, I can't remember now. So well done to Smiley for the win. Fitzy managing to hold on to second with Osman in third. Paul is going to come across the line in fourth, just ahead of Nathan fifth, with Foxy OK in sixth. Method side with backwards and all over the place across the line in seventh. Willard will get across the line, or Willie. We've got the yellow flag now. That is because Method skidded across the line. Now then, if Panic had gone and overtook Willard, he would have got a 3 second penalty. That's why I don't like this skidding business. Willard in 8th, Panic in 9th, Niggle 10th. Pete will cross the line, or Willie. I think he'll cross the line in 11th. Fazer will get 12th. Just ahead of Enzo Jack in 30th. Yeah, as I was saying, this skidding across the start-finish line at the end of the race, or finishing across the finish line, it causes a yellow flag, and if two guys are racing to the line and one overtakes the other one, Osman saying last one, yeah, Road Atlanta, yeah, and if one overtakes the other one, he could end up with a 3 second penalty. You're very welcome, Mr. Osman. So we are now going to Road Atlanta, as predicted. So let me sort my maps out. So we'll put this one away. We will be Mr. Efficient. Sorry about the rustling in your ears. I'm trying to do all this, balancing it all on my lap. Now the big question is, Road Atlanta, have I filed it under A or R? The logical thing, I suppose, would be, oh, there we go, R. I filed it under R. So, Road Atlanta it is then, for the final race of the evening. Thank you everybody that's joined us throughout the night and watching these races. Let's jump on board with somebody, shall we? Usually Nate, he's the first one out, isn't he? Oh, we've only got 5 for this one. Surely we're going to get more than 5. So Road Atlanta then, north of Braselton in Georgia, America, 2.5 miles, 12 turns. And this one includes the famous S's, which Fazer is about to navigate now, or has navigated, should I say. It opened in the 70s, and it's quite a popular racetrack apparently in the state. So Osman there just relaying the message there. I think Smiley will be starting somewhere near the back, having won that race along with Fitzy and Osman. So despite whatever a lot of times they get around here while they're practicing, they will end up at the back. No, I don't have any proper road names, so I've actually given them some names of these corners, and the first one is Bennett's Bend. Then we go on to the S's, which is the Unforgiven S's. As we get down to turn 6 and 7, I've called that one the Stormfly Curve. We've got the Wadrew Straight, Farmac Chicane, and Derg's Corner at turn 12. So just some little made up names there, as I couldn't find any, if there are any. So we're just waiting for a few others to join. Let's have a look how many we've got. We've got 10, so there's quite a few missing actually. I hope we get more than 10. So Nathan's out there, Phaser is out there, so is Willard, Panic at the Tesco, Enzo Jack, Niggle, Pete, Osman, Bitsy and Smiley. So we have lost Wayne G, who we lost before. Paul is missing. He's not come back. Let's have a look. Pete is there, Fitz is there, Osman's there, Smiley's there. Foxy, okay, he's not here. So we are down to 10, so probably a good job this is the last one, isn't it? Oh. Cracking on, that's what the time is. Oh, and I've had a missed call as well. Oh, that was very early on, wasn't it? Chatting away to myself here. Two missed calls. Important, they'll phone back, that's what I always say. So, how many we got now? We are still on 10. We've still only got 10 on the grid for this final race. Smiley's saying that he needs to be racing within 3 minutes. Otherwise, he's got to go for his tea. I think his mum's calling him for his tea. So I'm not quite sure how many laps we've got on this race, but this is practice for Sunday. Well, for a lot of these guys, it's practice for Sunday. We start our Sunday League, our new season, on Sunday. 6 leagues. If you are not taking part, why not? Get involved, come and find us. We are on the website, URL ultimateracingleague.com. We are on Facebook, Discord, all the usual places. I think we're on Instagram as well. And if you want to race, yeah, come and find us. Just let us know. There is a quick form to fill in, a small form to fill in, just to let us know basically what race you want to take part in. There is a list of races there, so we're not expecting you to be clairvoyant or anything like that. There is a list of races. You just tell us what days you can race and what you want to do, and we'll get you on track as soon as possible. And you can be out here with these boys. So we've got 10. That's what we've got. It looks like, oh no, Foxy OK has joined, he's found us. So we're up to 11 then. Wayne G not made it back. Who else was missing? Oh, I don't know. Can't remember. Niggle's there, Foxy's there, Panic, Smiley, Osman's there. Nath is there, Enzo, Pete, Phaser, Willard, Bitsy. Yeah, they're all there. They're all there. I don't know why I'm only counting. I was at 11. So I don't know who's missing. As we follow Bitsy down the stumper board, and then we'll show you these the S's, all downhill. Turns 2, 3 and 4, and then you've got this awful turn 5 at the bottom, this left-hander, and if you go drifting too far over to the right, you get a penalty. And if you get the power down too quick, you will end up spinning out exactly like that. Well done, Fitzy, for showing us exactly what happens and you spin out. But luckily for Fitzy, he didn't end up kissing Barry Hart. He just spun out. So let's get the right thing. So we've got Nath, we've got Enzo Jack, Panic at the Tesco, then we've got Pete, Niggle, Fazer, Willard, Smiley is 8th, Osmond 9th, Fitzy 10th, with Foxy OK in 11th. So it is Nath that will get us underway then for this 5th and final race of the evening with the Ultimate Racing League. And we're here in Road Atlanta in Georgia. And a good start from Enzo Jack, then tucks right underneath the rear wing of Nath as they go into turn 1. Enzo Jack having a bit of a look at the inside, but nothing doing there. Nath closes the door on him. Holding on to that inside line is Nath as they come up the hill towards turn 2. Then they go into the S's at turns 3 and 4, down to the bottom of the hill and into turn 5. Very, very shortly, it is Panic at the Tesco in second. He's coming under attack from Enzo Jack as they come down towards turn 5. Then let's just make sure everybody gets through here and there are no penalties to be dished out. And it looks like everybody's been very sensible there. Kept it very clean. Fitzy and Foxy OK having a battle down there in 10th. Foxy losing out and ended up in 11th. As we go into the double right hander, which is turn 6 and 7 at Stormfly Curve, and then onto this very, very, very long straight. Now it is 0.79 of a mile, so that's how long it is, as we wave to the camping crowd over there on the right hand side. On the left actually you see a lot of the motorhomes as well, caravans and stuff. There they are, all parked up. So down the hill we go then towards Farmac Chicane at turns 10A and 10B. 10 and 11 really. Through turn 11, which is downhill, and then through turn 12 at Derg Corner to complete the first lap. It is still Nath out in front with a very small gap back to Panic at the Tesco in second. These Lambos just don't seem to have the pace, do they, against the BMWs? However, on a Sunday we're all in the same make of car, so there's no real advantage to be gained. It's just in these sort of practice sessions it shows it up. But yeah, I think the sure top 2 tiers are in the Lamborghinis. I know the top split 1 is, and the Pro-Am 1 are in the Lamborghinis. I'm not sure about the other one. Niggle now in third. This is a much better outing from Niggle. Sitting there in third on the soft tyres, so yeah, he should be up there. Now remember, the guys have got to do a minimum of 3 laps on each compound. That's the softs and the mediums. So let's have a look. Nath has gone with the softs, as has Panic. So the top 3 on the soft tyres. Let's have a look. Smiley on the mediums. Does like those medium tyres, doesn't it, that Audi? Had a fantastic previous race where he took the win. And it's only because he started on the medium tyres and then switched to the softs towards the end of the race, and he's obviously going for them tactics again. Just got to try and stay in touch with the guys in front of him. So yeah, very, very quick guys. Smiley loving it out there in that Audi on the medium tyres. Now I think Scott's just joined the room, which is a bit of a shame actually, that he's not quite. Oh, and the Saints as well, they've just missed out of joining this race. Fazer in 5th in the very bright coloured BMW. You're not going to miss him, are you? He's being chased down by Pete. Oh, and we've got a spinner. We do have a spinner. It is Enzo Jack. Turn 5, the dreaded turn 5 has caught him out. And Enzo Jack now then, he's can he get that car going again? Yes, he can. There we go. So Enzo Jack back onto the track. Oh no, he's not. He's quit. He's had to retire. So Enzo Jack has had to retire. So Panic at the Tesco making an easy pass on Nath. The slipstream really playing in there. So Nath drops down to second as they get towards the chicane then for the 3rd time. So Panic now takes over the lead of this race. We've got Nath in second, Niggle in 3rd, Smiley in 4th on the medium tyres, so he can go a little bit deeper into this race than the 2 guys ahead of him, or should I say the 3 guys ahead of him, all on the soft tyres. So it's going to be a case of is it fuel or tyres that force these guys in? Smiley is, well, it's going to be the fuel actually, I think, that pushes him into the pits. He is getting a little bit closer to Niggle as well actually. So the front left of Nichols' Lamborghini really is starting to hurt him. So Nickel will start to lose a bit of grip as they come down towards turn 5, starting up the hill then. Oh, now then, why have we got a yellow flag? Well, it's not our race leader, is it? He's Nath, he's out in front and looking very good. Nigel in second. Has somebody else left? What's going on? I'm sure Nigel was third. Oh, it was Panic. So Panic must... Yes, Panic has had an issue. Sorry, my apologies. Panic was leading, wasn't he? So that's what the yellow flag was all about. Panic at the Tesco has had a bit of an issue. And he's now down in fourth. So he's gone from first to fourth with Nath taking over the lead of this race. Got to be seriously thinking about a pit stop though. That front left looking very sorry for itself. Nigel in second. Tyres slightly better. Smiley on the medium tyres, really up the rear end of Nigel now and putting him under all sorts of pressure. Who should we go? Let's go on board with Smiley, shall we? As we go through turn 1 then, let's do a lap with him. Oh, and it looks like Nigel. Nigel's lost control. Oh, I don't believe that. Nigel just spun out coming out of turn 1, so those tyres really are starting to hurt Nigel. What a shame. Smiley goes through on the mediums. Now then, Nath, he's 3 seconds further up the road, but he's going to have to come in pretty soon. The front left really starting to hurt now. Smiley, well, those tyres are okay, aren't they? It is going to be the fuel that's going to push him in. So Smiley having an absolute fantastic race, and it looks like is the right decision to go with those mediums. We are on lap 5 though, to be fair. So after lap 3. Willard now moves up into third, ahead of Foxy OK in fourth. Nigel in fifth after that big spill, but he's coming under attack from Phaser. Phaser on the medium tyres, so Nigel really struggling now, isn't he, with these tyres, especially the rear left. Maybe an adjustment of the brake balance, I don't know. He may have already adjusted it. It may just be that Lamborghini's just awful at preserving tyres. So is Nigel going to come in? No, he's going to stay out. Nigel, no, or is he coming in? It's not the best of pit entries. I hope. Oh, and he slams into the wall. He's having all sorts of problems. Oh, and he's been reset. What is going on? Nigel has got one more lap to do. What is going on? Nath has made it into the pits. Willard also made it into the pits. They're on the way out again now. Nigel has got one more lap to do, and that rear left is about ready to explode on him. What a shame. Smiley though out in the lead by, well, a long way. Look at this, he's nearly 10 seconds out in front. Foxy not pitted yet, but sitting in second. But yeah, there we go, he's hit the 10-second gap between himself and Smiley. Phaser up to third. Nearly 7 seconds behind Foxy OK, but he won't mind that, will Phaser. We'll be thinking about a pit stop as the fuel is starting to drop off now then on lap 6. So 4 laps to go. Yeah, I am using my fingers. So 4 laps to go then. It's because you have to count 7, 8, 9, 10, not 6. But you know what I mean. So Phaser, I think he may well be coming into the pits. Yeah, and as I say, it is a horrible, horrible pit entry. And yeah, like I was saying before, Nigel decided to smash into the wall. I hope that the pit lane penalties are switched off. Foxy is in as well, so Smiley carries on going. He doesn't mind those medium tyres. He's not that bothered about putting the soft tyres on. He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap though, because the fuel light is on, and well, he's got a big old gap. 35-second gap now back to Nath, who has pitted. Nath is out and on the medium tyres. Willard is out on mediums. Fitzy, he's on the soft, so Fitzy, let's just see what he can do now. He's on some soft tyres. Fastest lap so far is Panic at the Tesco, 119.2. Where is Panic at the minute? He's in P6, and well, he got that in on lap 2, didn't he? So changed onto the medium tyres since, so I don't think he's going to improve on that much. So our race leader, I was just about to say we'll have a look where he is, but the race leader is into the pits. Has he got time to get a fresh set of boots on, a splash of fuel and back out again? Nath on the back straight then, heading towards the chicane. He's got a decent gap now back to Willard, about 8 seconds. 9 seconds nearly actually. Oh, as Nath gets it a little bit wrong onto the entry into the chicane, but he carries on going and moves. He's still in second now, then the fuel has gone in, so Smiley is on his way out. Oh, it is so painful. Look how slow they have to go coming out on the pit lane. Now then, just being careful not to cut the lines, and Smiley rejoins ahead of Nath. There's Nath just coming around the corner, so now into the S's goes Nath. He can see Smiley up ahead, but Smiley is on the soft tyres, Nath on the mediums, so we should, I'm guessing that Smiley's going to start to stretch that lead now. Nath in second, Fitzy in third, quite a gap, and he's actually leading this little group of 4 cars now, with Willard, Osman and Panic at the Tesco all fighting for a position on the podium, as Osman has a look at the inside of Willard as they hit turn 6. And Osman makes it look easy, didn't he? Got there first. Let's have a look. Osman on the soft tyres. Oh, Willard on the medium. That's probably why. Panic at the Tesco also on the mediums. So Fitzy up into third then on the soft tyres. Osman just behind him, also on the soft tyres. So these two are going to be battling it out for the podium, because the 2 guys ahead of them are, well, they're quite a distance, are they? Nath is about 7.5 seconds away from Fitzy, so it is going to be a fight for P3, I think, as we come to the end of lap 8, so 2 more laps to go then. Osman trying to find a way past Fitzy, who is currently holding on to P3. Willard in the Porsche doing a good job of staying with those 2 guys just ahead of him, and he's keeping Panic at the Tesco behind him. Panic at the Tesco, very quick driver as well, so Willard doing a fantastic job in that Porsche. Then we've got Foxy OK in the AMG sitting there in 7th. We must write him off, either a mistake from anyone up just up ahead, and he's going to be on top of them, isn't he? Phaser in 8th, all on his lonesome. Oh, look at that, just about 9 seconds gap in front of him and 9 seconds behind him. Back to Pete. Oh, as Pete's come off as he came through turn 2, it looks like. So Pete is off. That's race over for him. Niggle has not had a good time. He seems to be having all sorts of problems. I'm guessing that's some sort of disconnect for Niggle. He had an issue on Wednesday actually, that he was struggling, technical issues with his wheel, and I'm guessing that's carried on through to today, because this is not like Niggle to be struggling like this. We're going to go back up to the top as Smiley is on the final lap now, so into the S's we go at turns 2, 3 and 4, and then into turn 5, this left-hander for the final time, and 4.5 second gap then between Smiley and Nath. Nath, oh, he's having to look after the fuel. He's not going to want to run out of fuel again. He did this, I think, in 2nd or 3rd race at Brands Hatch. He was leading all the way around and then ran out of fuel and ended up at about 6th or 7th or something like that. So Nath is going to have to be very, very careful with that fuel. Fitzy is chasing him down, although he's got his hands full of Osman at the minute. Osman right up the chuff of Fitzy as they come out of turn 7 onto the back straight. Panic at the Tesco's there as well. Let's jump on board with Osman just for a minute. We are going to have to go up, as I can see that Smiley's just going through the chicane as Fitzy makes Osman makes his move and moves up into 3rd. I'm going to have to go with Smiley as he comes around the final turn and across the line to take the win. So well done to Smiley, but back as Nath's going to make it. Nathan's going to make it this time. He's not going to run out of fuel. He will get across the line in 2nd, but the race is on for 3rd as Osman gets his nose in front just in time. Oh, and Panic at the Tesco is 4th. Foxy is 5th. Where's Fitzy? Oh, and it's Fitzy's time to run out of fuel. Oh my God, what a shame. He will just about get there ahead of Willard. Oh no, Fitzy in 6th, Willard 7th. Fazer will make it across the line in 8th with Nigel in 9th. We've had a couple of guys just quitting the race as Nigel comes through, so well done to Nigel for carrying on. I'm sure he felt like quitting. A few technical issues I think have been plaguing Nigel that he really could have done without, but he finishes the race nevertheless in 9th position, so fantastic stuff. Thank you very much for watching us tonight. If you did enjoy the races, please remember to hit that like button, and if you've not already subscribed, well, you'd be doing me a massive favour if you could do so. If you want to join us, like I said before, come and find us on Facebook at the URL Ultimate Racing League page. And yeah, thanks ever so much, guys. Thank you to Osman for hosting, and to all the guys on the grid for turning up. It's been some great racing, and I shall catch you all again one day next week when we do the replays from Sunday. So good luck to everybody for Sunday. Catch you all soon.